Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm Kel. This is Working with Resonance. We're doing a general tarot reading for Aries right now. Hey Aries, thank you for joining me. Hope you are well. It feels a little bit exciting. There's a little bit of excitement in the air right now. So there's a lot happening for you guys cosmically, planetarily, if you like. That's unfolding over the next few weeks. So we'll see what messages are coming through for you today. Yeah. Big sigh of relief, a big sigh of relief going from the Ten of Swords to the Two of Cups. It does feel like there's a reconnection here for you, Aries. Potentially relationship-wise, whether you're in a relationship currently or not. It feels like there's a reconnection happening here. It does feel like this is a relationship focus. Ten of Swords and the Two of Cups. If you are in a relationship, then you've been going through a tough time with that Ten of Swords. Could have been at the point of I am so done that you've just released the emotions eventually. It's like it's been so heavy, it's been so overwhelming. It feels like you feel like you've been carrying the burden and you've been wearing the hurts, and it feels this feels like a reconnection within an existing relationship for the most part. But if your experience is leaving a relationship and finding a new one, or finding a new one without having been in a relationship, just allow the frequencies, okay, to come in and not focus so much on the particular words. Focus on the energetic vibration, because my translation is simply my translation of those frequencies. But to me, this is feeling like this is a reconnection within an existing relationship, partnership. Perhaps it doesn't feel like a partnership at this point. It's feeling more relationship focused. Moving into partnership potentially with this change, with this release through the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, it's catching me because it's very painful. It doesn't present like a Ten of Swords from the early part of an ascension journey. It's not curled up on the floor in the fetal position, completely overwhelmed, bawling your eyes out. This is, but it's still got that level of hurt, right? This is a sense of you have been carrying it. You've been carrying the burden and you've been carrying the hurts, but still managing to function. But you've had enough. And the point of just letting it go and focusing on you without trying to please the other person, without trying to correct them, without trying to constantly say, this is what I need, this is what I need, this is what I need. You turning that into love of self. And that's really one of the key points of changing from a relationship to a partnership. So about pleasing the other person. It's not your ups and downs, your emotions, your thoughts, your reactions are not in relation to someone else in a partnership. It's about beingness, and it kind of feels like with this Two of Cups energy coming through here, the frequency that's coming through is, it really does feel like there is this shift to a partnership level. But we'll see. Aries, we'll see. It is a significant shift. However, it's manifesting. And that manifestation, how these energies manifest through you, is dependent on your own personal emanation and alignment, your own thoughts, words, and actions. Remember, this is a general reading. If you would like a reading that is tailored specifically to you, all the information is in the description box below. Okay, that's the overall energy, is how that's presenting for you. Aries, moving on now to the reading part. The Eight of Swords. Okay. This is definitely tying in with the Ten of Swords, that feeling of carrying the weight. Yes. Coming from acquired beliefs and values. Potentially around money, around family, around status, around the shoulds and shouldn'ts, the norms that you have acquired through family, through schooling, through society, through community, through groups, throughout your lifetime, okay? In relation to the Ten of Swords, this is saying that where you have been is trying to meet all of those expectations that you've learned are the shoulds and shouldn'ts. This is how you should be when you're in a relationship. This is what you should do. This is your role, whether you're male or female, and what that entails, what that role requires of you in a relationship. So these are all the acquired beliefs and values. Okay, so that has been, there has been a significant blockage there. A significant blockage there in terms of relationship. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Yes, the pain, the sadness, the sorrow, sense of betrayal, resentment, all the emotions perceived as negative. All the emotions perceived as negative. The thing with this Three of Swords, though, is that perception, that understanding, the view of those is becoming more clear, less coloured, less influenced by the acquired beliefs and values, and coming much more from the essence level, the soul level, where things are as they are, without judgment, without labelling, without either or. Okay, at the soul level, there's no right, wrong, there's no good, bad, there's no either or. Things only have meaning because we apply a meaning to it. So what's happening here is there's no longer a meaning being applied to the external, to the relationship, or to the partner, to the other half of the relationship. There is a 360-degree as is view coming through, rainbow represented here as well. Healing, understanding, there's a view that you can see the purpose of what's been unfolding. As difficult as it is, and if you're still in an emotional state, you're not going to see that quite yet. But this clarity is coming through to see things as they are, to see the release of the residues of what has been held within your energetic system, from unresolved frequency sequences of the past. I really don't have a better translation for that. So focus on the vibrational transmission, not the specific words. Clarity. Clarity is coming, and that is a freedom is coming. Yeah, because all that stuff, all that acquired beliefs and values, all of those meanings that have been applied are pairing right back to the essence, to the source, to the soul. All of that stuff that it has created this painful Ten of Swords experience is being released. And it has been being released through the physical manifestation. I'm not sure if it was the new moon reading or the daily that also talked about that. It may have been the new moon reading. Aries, if I think of it, I will put a link up for you in this reading to that reading, okay? But it talked about also about having the residues, those energetic residues that have been in the system actually manifesting through you for release. The key with that is in going through that process to fully release it, you don't engage with it again. And that's where this clarity is coming in. That's where this clarity is coming in. This higher level awareness in the consciousness that you won't create more of it if you don't engage with it, because once it's released unless you pull it back. Okay. Has been very, very emotional. Very, very emotional, Aries. Tidal waves of emotions with the Queen of Cups, and then getting caught back up in it. And that's what I was just talking about you release it, but then pull it back in. Okay, most of us do until we learn to be consciously aware of what we think we say and what we do. Once the emotions take hold, we talk about it with everybody. We sit in it. We mull over it. We act as if those things are still happening, even though the moment that triggered those emotions might have been yesterday, it might have been last week, or in a relationship, it could have been years ago, but the hurt is still there that we haven't released in the past. So it keeps coming back and coming back and coming back because we keep engaging with it. This is showing to be very, very different, a new way, a new opportunity, a new path of processing, of releasing. And this is a tying back into that message from the Three of Swords about the clarity, about things, seeing things as they are without the application of meaning. Truly. It is, if you can sit in the awe and wonder of the process of the transition to the clarity, is going to be much easier. And it becomes a really, really amazing ride. Justice. Becoming more conscious of what you're speaking. This is presenting as where you're at right now, Aries. As is. Just is. Without the application of meaning. There's no judgment here. This is becoming more consciously aware from the soul perspective. No right or wrong, no good or bad, no either or, no duality. Just is. Without any application of meaning. Showing here that you are having glimpses of that when you are in that just is space, everything flows. Things manifest very, very, very quickly when you're in that just is space. When you're sitting without judgment. when you're allowing your soul to flow through you and you're not in control of what's coming from you. Okay. You can control where your focus is, where your awareness is with the Three of Wands. You can focus internally, you can focus externally. You get to choose where you put your mind or don't put your mind. That's your sphere of influence, as they call it, right? You get to choose that. But when you choose to allow things to be just as they are, you are getting glimpses that there is happiness, there is abundance, there is very, very quick manifestation. And we come back here to bring it back to the partnership of the lovers, divine union. Now, you've potentially been on the divine union soul path for quite some time, Aries. I don't feel like this is a new relationship. I feel like this is a well-established relationship that's elevating now through this activation and unfolding into unity, into oneness, into partnership. Instead of working from the surface level and applying meanings and applying the quiet beliefs and values. There is clarity coming here. There is an opportunity to do things differently, to allow your guides to guide you, allow your instincts to guide you. The question is, will you let it flow or will you try and control it? Because it is still a choice point. There is still free will that has not been taken from us at all. We can hand our will over to our soul, but we can use it at any time. So there you go, Aries. The toughness, the difficulties, the frequencies right now will support you to release that, to move into a more unconditional love space for yourself. And when you go into that for yourself, you bring that into the manifestation. Yeah, unconditional love is no judgment, just is. It feels like it went a long way around, but it does feel like the path has been a long way around as well for you, Aries. But there you go. That is your reading for today, Aries. It is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Love you very, very much, Aries. I will catch up with you soon. Bye for now.